Questioning Everything with Garrett and Adam.
So as far as benefits
Of
belief, or really of disbelief in this case, because I'm kind of siding for disbelief, can you think of any? Because I
Of
think
what?
of lots of benefits to not believe stuff.
Can I think of any benefits to not believe stuff? Like, are there any subjects in particular? The benefits of not believing in, like, maybe, oh man, like, this is dangerous.
I'm saying to not believe in stuff. I mean, to not believe in anything.
Well, like atheists? Well, just you can't. Well, I mean, what do you, I can't not believe in stuff. I'm very particular. I'm very careful what I believe and buy into these days. Like, I'm one of those people, and I thought about this today actually. And people that know me would agree. Like, when I get into something, I get right into it. So, I've learned the hard way with a lot of my beliefs.
So benefits then to disbelief.
Just benefits to disbelieving. Well, just less danger.
Have you ever found
That's a loaded questions. Pardon?
Have you ever found beliefs to be? Do you ever find things get in your way as far as beliefs?
I feel like these are trick questions, Adam. Fuck it.
No, but just like when you're thinking about stuff and a belief system that you have complicates other things.
Yeah, well, like in everyday life.
Like I found it myself where during my path into understanding the world, I converted to Christianity.
What? You really? I didn't know this.
Oh yeah, I was in a church.
A devout Christian. Maybe I do remember you talking about this.
Youth group guy.
Oh, I totally remember.
But once I was a hippie, and I was really, really high.
See, that's cool stuff. Hippies.
Yeah.
Now you're getting into the basics of good, of interesting spirituality. But continue.
You know, but it ended up, as time went on, it ended up becoming a problem of reconciliation. Really, because I was exploring a lot, and I was being pulled from multiple directions. Sometimes there'd be dissonance, and I was already experiencing dissonance. Even before, like I was saying earlier, when like Christianity would pop up when I was high as fuck, that would create like a major dissonance, and it would be really bad, right? Like you're tripping balls on forehead's acid. You do not want to have like a religious conflict in your mind.
No, I definitely have like those thoughts. So, like, what's space contained within?
Yeah.
What's death? Like there's where I go when I'm fucking peaking.
So you're peaking, exactly, right? So what I ended up finding then is I ended up abandoning belief before I ever read Descartes. But it was really Descartes that allowed me to understand and to clarify, and then to really take the leap, right? To say, okay, literally, like for religion, not all religions can be true.
No, and that's very confusing, right?
Let's just say that there's no likelihood that any of them are true.
Okay, so which one do you think, I just want to, out of curiosity, because you've done so much research, what do you think is the most truest form of religion today?
I don't think that there is a
Buddhism?
No. Nope.
Because someone put a gun to your head right now and was like, you got to follow something, and they're like, pick one. Now.
Jufism.
Jufism?
Which is my own, I made it up.
Oh my God.
I'm Juicy.
Oh my God.
No, there's not. But the thing is that you can't believe in two conflicting ideas.
Okay.
Right? So.
And conflicting ideas would be belief?
No, conflicting ideas would just be two ideas that you know, like.
Okay, polar opposite idea.
North is up, but north is also down.
Yeah, right, I got it.
Anyway, there's tons of conflicting ideas, and in order to stay sane, and I mean that literally, in order to stay sane, period, I ended up having to pull cut the strings, because every time I'd learn something, it would pull me in a direction. Right?
So you're saying you couldn't.
I ended up getting pulled around. I'd be pulled this way and then that way. And every time I picked up a book, it would change my direction and change my understanding.
Your thirst for knowledge just was never satisfied, and it would pull you.
Well, no, it's not that it was never satisfied. It was that it would literally influence me and start pulling me. So I realized that I was literally getting too influenced by everything, and I started really questioning what I believed. Prior to that, once I read the Descartes, I was like, okay, this is fucking brilliant. So let's just get this out of the way. First of all, nothing is real, right? There's an old saying that says nothing is real, everything is permitted. Nothing is real, right? Nothing. Descartes, then he said, I think, therefore I am. And I ended up writing a story called I Don't Think, Therefore I'm Not. And it's just a short paper describing how, when you really break it down, you are not really even you, right? You're not even really a thing. You're like a temporary anomaly in space-time. Anybody who lives 100 years from now will have no reason to believe that you exist, because you don't, right? You existed, allegedly.
Which is so fucking sad. I mean, even think about Led Zeppelin. Well, one day there will be, no one will.
In 1,000 years, like unless you're written.
No one will know who Zeppelin is in 1,000 years.
Unless you're written down in 1,000 years, you just simply will have never existed.
Well, hold on. That's a crazy thought right there. Like legit. Like on one day, everything will be gone. Everything you know, everything you love, every band that just fucking crushed it, the whole planet, it'll all be gone.
Everything.
Like if you really sit like and meditate on that thought, that's scary. And people don't think about that. They're more concerned about death. Forget death. Wait till the sun burns out.
And everything's in a constant process of change and flux.
Holy shit, that's a bummer, man. Hey, is that a bummer?
No, the illusion that we are is literally is more or less just an illusion. We aren't. There's nothing permanent about us whatsoever. There's nothing objective and permanent about us.
That's scary, because then what's the point?
It's made of will literally go back to the earth. We are constructed as a temporary anomaly. We appear to be separated from everything else, although it's only appearances. If you're a molecule, you wouldn't think that Garrett's Garrett and Adam's Adam. You would think that the difference between the air and our body is only a matter of density, right? We're all just molecules. Your thought is literally just a bunch of emergent energy. It's matter to energy, go back to matter, go back to energy.
So there you go. So thoughts are things, then, dude. Does that relate in any way? It's thought a vibration, brother.
Well,
frequency.
Thought's not like an emanated radiation, right? You do radiate electromagnetics when you're thinking, but like it's
just pretty dark what you're saying right now. Considered like if you listen to Dr. Wayne Dyer or any of that stuff.
This exists. You don't exist.
Okay, so then what's the point? Then why don't I just go? Then I know I'm sorry I'm interrupting you, but what's the point? Then why don't I just go fuck my life up then? Why don't I just forget if nothing matters? Then why don't I just go drink? Fuck it. Mm-hmm. What is the point then today?
The point is whatever point you make. You create a point. There's no point other than that, right? Like the entire universe is just mechanical. It's just a machine. It's just chemistry. The universe does not give a shit.
That's like Baraka.
If you fucking go kill yourself right now. Like if you go jump off a building,
no one else would either, though. That's the other sad reality. Like if I did, no, I know you'd be super upset for a bit.
Family would.
Yeah, well then they'd move on eventually.
Oh, absolutely.
For a couple, it'd be like, holy fuck.
It'd be it'd be brutal every time they thought about it and everything like that. Like it would stay with them, but it would once they died.
It's gone. Once your thought, once they stop, that's a trip.
Then it's gone.
Right there. That's cool, right?
Remembering.
Because no one's remembering. So you're gone. That's like fucking. You're fucking. Whoa, man. This is kid.
So this is all very temporary and fleeting. So if I'm going to say that I think, therefore I am, like Descartes said, then I'm going to need to be something a little bit more
activated,
long term, right?
Like what?
I'm a very short term and all. Well, that's just it.
So you need, okay, so does that means I should get up and fucking make a difference, or do like make a difference? Like, who are we gonna remember right now? Who are we remembering? Who do we remember? The fourth, like
that doesn't matter. Okay. If you want to make a difference in a fucking pond, you throw a rock in it.
Because that's what you're getting to there. Like, if you want to be, if you
want the pond to remember you after you leave,
yes,
you make a ripple in the pond,
and how that's the purpose of getting up
longer than your stay.
Because I just asked you that. I just said, till then, what's the purpose of me getting up?
You make it.
You make that. The purpose is to get up and make a ripple.
If that's what you want. So for some people, it's to not make a ripple.
Why not?
Well, because that's their philosophy, is that they want to not make a ripple. Literally, it's a thing.
What the fuck are you into, man?
Advertisement loading.
Hey guys, don't turn the podcast off because we're just going to talk to you a little bit about Patreon.
Yeah.
We've got a Patreon because we have to commercialize this podcast somehow. We got to eat more than ramen one day.
And coffee, straight coffee all day.
And if you love the content and you want to support the podcast, then why don't you join us on Patreon? And the link is in the description. And you can become a champion.
A warrior.
Not a warrior, but a...
Oh, I screwed that one up.
Är du nämnt jag är 25?